Hello everyone, myself Professor Rahul Jadhav. I am from Department of Electrical Engineering, Lakshmi Institute of Technology. Today we are going to discuss about a subject called control system theory. In some university it is called control system engineering, in some university it is called control systems only. In different university the name of the subject is different, but the content remains the same. So we will be dealing with today with a very basic definitions about control system to understand what are there in the control system, what we are supposed to do in control system. So today we are going to start with few basic definitions. Very first definition is system. A system is an arrangement or a combination of different physical components which are connected to each other or in a relative motions to each other to prepare a compact unit to achieve our desired output, which is called a system. And a control, the meaning of a control is to regulate or to direct or to give a command to a system in such a way that our output is achieved. So by combining these two definitions, we can prepare a definition for control system is a control system is an arrangement of a physical components which are connected to each other or which are related to each other in such a manner as to command, direct or regulate itself or the another system to attain or to obtain our certain objective or which is our desired output. Let us move further. In this figure you can see over here I have prepared a block in which a whole control system is shown as a compact unit in which the left hand side will be provided as input. The input provided to the control system can be a mechanical signal, can be a digital signal, can be an analog signal. While providing this input signal to the control system, all the components of the control system will work on it, and based on that the response of the system can be achieved. So the input can be said as the excitation, the stimulus which is applied to control a particular system from some external energy sources is called input. The output is after performing the useful work by the control system, what will be the response achieved, that is called output. So the definition can be the actual response that is obtained from a control system after application of the input is called output. Now let us move further. In this figure we can say that it is the upgraded version of the previous figure. In this you can see over here the third block, which is a process or a plant. It is the most important portion or it is the heart of the control system, you can say, because it is the most critical unit where we have to our control action should be applied. So it is the most important portion of the system which needs to be controlled or regulated, called a plant or a process. The input provided to the plant or process block will be the output of the controller block. This element can be in the system or may be outside of the system. The input provided from the input or reference and the controller process it, and according to the plant and process requirement, the controller is providing the input to the plant. Disturbances as well as such, we know this thing that it is the not desired signals. It can be from the outside or it can be inbuilt in the system, but the signal disturbance is nothing but a signal which tends to degrade the performance of our control system. So the definition can be like disturbance is a signal which tends to adversely affect the output of the system, can be called as disturbances. Now if the disturbances which are unwanted signal comes in the internally in the control system, so we can say that it is internal disturbances, and if the disturbance is applied to the control system outside of the control system, So it can be called as external disturbances. Now let us move for the types of the control system. So basically there are two types of control system. One is open loop control system and other is closed loop control system. The figures 1 shows that, which is the simple one way transfer of the whole control system. In this, the output is totally dependent on the input. The controller will be provided as the input, and then after processing the input, the controller will be generating you the actuating signal, and this actuating signal will allow us to work the plant to achieve our output. It is a simple construction and easy to operate. So semi-skilled person can easily operate this kind of systems. Now coming back to the closed loop control system, over here you can see that the output is provided back or fed back with the help of feedback elements, and the output of the feedback element is called feedback signal, and which is compared with the input signal or reference signal which is provided. So over here you can see that one block is there which is called error detector. Over here this feedback signal can be added to the input or can be subtracted from the input. Based on that, the error signal is generated, and that error signal is provided to controller, and after processing that error signal, the actual actuating signal will be generated from the controller and which is provided to the plant to achieve our output. So this is the basic idea about closed loop control system and open loop control system. Now coming back to the one of basic example of open loop system is we will be using electric toaster at our home, which is a timer based. So what we are doing is we just putting our bread into that toaster, slide the knob down and just putting on the timer. Once the timer starts, the heating work is generated, and based on that the bread is get heated up, and after particular time period the timer will provide a signal that timing is completed, and based on that whatever be the result comes out, that is our required bread. Now one of most important example of closed loop control system is a temperature control of a laboratory. If a laboratory is empty, so at that point of time the temperature will be different. If the laboratory is filled up with so many persons, so room will be heated up with the help of the body temperature of the persons who are sitting in the laboratory. So at that point of time the continuous measurement of the temperature of the input or the inside the room is considered, and which is fed back to the controller of the air conditioning system, so that the temperature of the room can be maintained continuously. Now what are the major difference of open loop control system and closed loop control system, that we will be going to discuss. So over here the comparison of open loop control system and closed loop control system is provided. So very first is the open loop control system is simple to construct, easy to develop and cheaper, while the closed loop control system requires more number of auxiliaries and difficult to operate and complicated in the construction, so which is most costlier. While operating the open loop control system, semi-skilled person can operate, but while operating the closed loop control system, we require a skilled person. Now generally the open loop control systems are stable. Why? Because whatever with the how precisely we are providing the input, based on that the output can be achieved. So more precise the input, the more precise you will be getting the output. This is the basic requirement from the open loop control system, that input should be the more precise. Now while operating closed loop control system, which is little bit unstable under certain conditions. So whatever be the input we are providing, if there is some non-linearities or disturbances are there, So, same according to that the output will be there, and based on that whatever the feedback into the control system, that can be compared with the error detector, and based on that you will be getting the error signal. So, it can be said as the most of the time it is unstable. So, most of the research work will be directed towards the stability of the closed loop control systems. While in the operation of the open loop system, which is definitely affected with the non-linearities in the input. More the non-linearities, the more the output will be non-linear. Same way, the whatever be the non-linearities comes into the input, which are compared in the output, and based on that the actuating signal will be generated with the help of controller. Now, the accuracy of the open loop control system depends upon the calibration of the input. As I previously said, if the input provided to the open loop control system is more precise, so more precisely you will be getting the output. So, the output of the open loop control system we can say that totally dependent on the input. Same way, if any error between the reference input and the output is continuously measured, so that we can say that we will applying the closed loop control system, and we will definitely going to get our output nearer to our required or desired value. So, this is a comparison between open loop system and closed loop systems. Till now we have discussed the basic definitions of the control system and few types of the control system. So, they are very basic, two types, open loop control system and closed loop control system. Till now I am stopping myself, and in the next lecture we will be discussing our new topics in the control system. Thank you.